I think a lot of Americans believe what I am saying, but we're up against Republicans, Democrats, governors, mayors, president, all of the science officials. I mean, and of course the media. I don't understand. Well, I do. I have such contempt for journalists. They are morally and intellectually bankrupt. There are so few exceptions that it's not worth noting. There are exceptions to every rule. Why doesn't anybody ask a Newsom or Cuomo? Okay, so at what number of deaths will you take back these rules? Will you rescind these rules that are ruining, destroying the economy of America and the world? We need to know a number, Governor. Otherwise, it's meaningless. Otherwise, it's your hunch. We don't give a damn about your hunch, Mr. Newsom. We want to know a number. At the following number of deaths in California from the coronavirus, we will cease these rules. This is astonishing. The dictatorial power we give to people who use it with no reason. Give me a number. Then I will know. Okay. Then we can debate. It's too high. It's too low. Okay. Open-ended till you have a hunch it's over or your experts tell you it's over. I don't care what your experts tell you. I care what numbers tell me. If this does not turn out to be the catastrophe for which we are ruining millions of people's lives, I hope you will join me with contempt for the advice of experts. The only thing I want from an expert is information. I have no interest in your advice. None. Is that clear? I am as interested in the advice of my Uber driver as I am of an expert. These people are all idiot savants. They know a lot about a little. I have known this my whole life. We have substituted experts for priests, rabbis, and ministers. Really, we've substituted them for voodoo. Oh, the experts. The experts. You know what opened me up to it? You know what? I'll tell you, it was the secondhand smoke. That's what started it. It started it when we made a war on tobacco rather than alcohol. I wrote about it in the 80s, a gigantic piece on that. We're like losing our minds. Nobody kills anybody or abuses a child or beats a spouse because of a cigarette, but they do because of alcohol. We live in the age of morons. They're called PhDs. You get it? Most PhDs are morons. You must understand that. They're morons with doctorates. This is the test. The reliance on experts has crushed the economy of America. The president is wrong. We will rebound whenever this ends. That is not true. We will rebound ultimately after staggering damage is done to people and their lives. Now, I may be wrong. I acknowledge it. I may be wrong. There may be this avalanche of death. By the way, the avalanche of death would have to approach the flu for me to begin to take it seriously. We're not close to the flu. What was the number I just gave for America? 220. Influenza, 30,000. But the flu doesn't have a name. That's the key. This has a name, COVID-19. Yeah, play the Fauci clip.
Thank you for the question. I've heard that before. I don't connect the dots there. I don't see how testing everybody in the country is going to help you to implement this. This should be implemented.
Wait a minute. Wait. This is his answer is so convoluted, he has lost my respect. This answer wait. If we had the means to test everybody in the country, why would he oppose it? And did you notice? It was a non sequitur. This will have no effect on our ability to implement. What is it? That's not the question. What if, let us say there, how many, 330 million Americans? Let's say 200 million Americans are affected. Then it really isn't a big deal, is it, that 240 died or 1,000 died if 200 million Americans have it? Isn't that correct? But if 5,000 Americans are infected and 1,000 Americans died, this is a big deal. So the number of infected is extremely important. How could you tell me not, Fauci? What's wrong with you? This is crap that he sold the American people. I have not been this angry, this prolonged in the history of my broadcast. My life is not being ruined, folks, but so many of my fellow Americans' lives are being ruined. What is he talking about? It wouldn't help if everybody were tested. Of course it would. Then we would know something. We wouldn't have to trust experts. You don't know any death rate without knowing it. Exactly correct. It's meaningless. Meaningless. Continue this crap.
This should be implemented universally, at least at this level for everyone. The things we spoke about a while ago, that you want to really ratchet it up, like Governor Newsom is doing in California, like Governor Cuomo is doing in New York, or how you put an end to this outbreak. Testing is important. It would be nice to know, and there are certain things you could do, but let's not conflate testing with the action that we have to take.
Why wouldn't we conflate? Of course we have to conflate them. What's wrong with you? That's a stupid comment. Of course we have to conflate. It's the only way we know if it's serious. You're lying to the American people or you're stupid. There's no third alternative. Let's not conflate the two. Yes, let's close down America, though that we don't have a clue how many people are infected. This is from Fauci, God Fauci, the great expert. The crap you are being fed, my friends, from CNN and the rest, and from Fauci.